Hi, this is Katie from onthebanksofsquawcreek.com, and a friend asked me the other day how to make a Pinterest-friendly graphic for her blog post by taking a photograph and putting some cute text over the top of it. So I decided the best way to show her would be to make a little video of myself doing it to update an old blog post of mine, and I thought it would be worth sharing with you also. So, we are here at Picmonkey.com. It is free. You can subscribe and get a few more options, and I have done that. So you will see that I have a few more options than the basic program does. But you can still do a lot with the basics too. So to start, we are going to go to the folder on the computer that holds the image that you want to use. And I am going to use this one, these thumbprint valentines that I made with my son a couple of years ago. You can see I have a bunch of other graphics in here. I made all of these with Picmonkey also. But today we're going to start with this one. I am just going to click on it, drag it over to the Picmonkey screen, and you will see these things flash up. It says either drop image to edit, drop image to, I can't remember what that one says back there, and drop image to collage. I'm going to drop image to edit. Okay, now that my image is here in Picmonkey, I can go ahead and do some editing. What I want to do is take this and add a title across the bottom right corner here, so that when people see it on Pinterest, they have a little bit more idea of what this photo is showing and what the corresponding blog post would show. So I'm going to start by going over here and adding some text. You click on the TT, stands for text. Click add text, and a text box shows up for you here. My blog post is about thumbprint valentines, so that's exactly what I'm going to call it. Then, after I type that in, I can click off there and grab it again and change some of the settings. Right over here, I can change it to be centered text. I can change the size of the text here. I can also change that by dragging the corners of the text box. To change the color, I think white would stand out nicely on here, so I'm going to just drag this up to white. You could also use the dropper to pick a color from within the photo, or to pick a color from inside this color chart here. Like I said, I just want white, so I'll grab some white right there. The font to me is very boring right now, so you can go back over to the fonts over here and choose one that you like. This one is pretty, but it's maybe a little bit hard to read for those words. If you see one that has the little crown next to it, that's a royal feature. That's one that you get when you subscribe. And I can't remember what the monthly fee is, but I think it's like $3 a month or $5 a month. It's pretty insignificant for everything that I use it for. Let me try this one instead. That one I'm afraid won't show up very well on Pinterest. This one I don't usually use, but I actually really like it because we're doing the thumbprints, and it sort of reminds me of a child's handwriting. Sometimes you can make the font bold, sometimes you cannot. Let me try another one here too. That one's too big, obviously. I can just size it down right here. I do like that also. Another way that you could do this, if I wanted my title to stand out even a little bit more, is go over here to the overlays, geometric. I can just make a rectangle. I'll show you how I do this. I'm just going to make a rectangle, turn it a little bit, and put it across the bottom here. I want it to sort of fade off the page. I'm actually going to change the color to white. And then I am going to right click on it and send it to the back, because then my text will be on top of it. However, you can't see my text because it's also white. So I'm going to use my eyedropper and I'm going to make it this deep red. Slide my banner back up underneath there. Let's see, we need to click off of there, click back. It's really hard to grab the text again. That's my one of the complaints that I have about Picmonkey. It's hard to get clicked back on what you want if you have a couple of layers on there. But you can see now it's standing out a little bit more. I think if I were to look from farther away, you can also click here and delete the enter and get all my words on one line. And I think if I do that and stretch this out a little bit, click off of it, click back on it, stretch this out, then I can also add moving that up a little bit so that I can get a little bit more space and things don't look too crowded. I can go back and add some more text again. And I like to add my website to each of my images too. It sort of acts as a watermark, sort of adds a little bit of protection. That way, even if someone does take the picture and use it, say on their blog or something like that, people can still see where the original post was from. Again, I'm going to choose this darker red color. Whoops. See, I grabbed the wrong thing there. Like I said, that's one of the issues that I have with Picmonkey. Turn it so I can get it just right. You can grab that little circle there to tilt things the way that you want. And now I made a pretty basic Pinterest-friendly image. If I were starting from scratch and we're photographing this project for the first time, I would make a portrait-style image instead of landscape, because those are a little bit more popular on Pinterest. But this was the photo that I had. This blog post is a couple years old and I wanted to update it. This is the photo that I had and I think it works okay. So if you have any questions about this method or what I did here, you can always visit my blog, www.onthebanksofsquawcreek.com, and send me a message and let me know what troubles you're having or what questions you have, and I will try to answer them. Okay, totally forgot to show you how to save this and then insert it into your blog post. I'm just going to show you how to save it because I know that you may be using a different blogging platform than I do. You click Save, comes up Thumbprint. I'm going to add Valentine's to it. I usually do the medium quality. Save to your computer. It will ask you where you want to save it. I have a file for graphics that I have made for my blog. So I will save it in that file. And from there, it is now saved and you are ready to insert it into your blog post.